All right, here's something that needs to die. The idea that ChatGPT knows things. It doesn't. Not like you know things, not like Google knows where to find things. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, all of them, they don't know anything. They predict. That's it. That's the whole trick. But here's what's wild. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you the exact chain of predictions that happens when you ask ChatGPT, why is the sky blue? Step by step. You'll see how it goes from 5 words to a paragraph that sounds like it came from a physics professor. And once you see it, you'll never look at these tools the same way again. So we're going to trace that one question, why is the sky blue, through the entire system, every step, every translation, every prediction. By the end, you'll understand exactly why your prompts matter so much and why ChatGPT can sound brilliant while being completely wrong. And you'll see the actual answer get built, word by word, right in front of you. Let's get to it. All right, so you type, why is the sky blue? 5 words, simple question. But here's the thing, the model doesn't see words. Computers don't read English, they read numbers. So your question goes through something called tokenization. Think of it like this. Imagine a telegraph operator. You hand them a message in English. Before they can send it, they have to convert it to Morse code. Same idea here. Your words get chopped into pieces, sometimes whole words, sometimes parts of words. Atmosphere may become atmo and sphere. Each piece is a token. Then each token gets turned into a number. Y becomes 2734. Sky might become 8219, but it goes even further. Each number gets expanded into this long string of other numbers called an embedding that captures what the word means in relation to other words. Sky lives near cloud and atmosphere and blue in this mathematical space. Blue lives near color and red, but also near sad, because language is weird. The model doesn't understand sky the way you do. It understands sky has a specific mathematical relationship to thousands of other concepts. And those relationships learn from reading essentially the entire internet. Okay, this is where the biggest misconception lives. When ChatGPT answers your question about the sky, it's not searching the internet. It's not looking up anything. It's not querying some database of facts, unless you've specifically enabled web search, which is a separate feature. This model has no connection to external information, 0. So what's it doing? It's drawing on patterns it learned during its training. Now, it continues to be trained, but before you ever typed a word, this model read billions of pages of text. Wikipedia, textbooks, Reddit threads, scientific papers, random blogs, everything. And from all that reading, it learned statistical patterns. It learned that questions about why is the sky blue are usually followed by explanations involving light, atmosphere, scattering, wavelengths. It learned those explanations usually mention something called Rayleigh scattering. But, and this is crucial, it didn't memorize a specific answer. It absorbed patterns. Think of it like a chef who's cooked 1,000 omelets. You ask them to make one. They're not pulling a recipe card out. They've internalized what makes an omelet work. Same thing here. The model isn't retrieving, quote, the answer. It's reconstructing what a good answer probably looks like. Okay, now the actual magic trick, and honestly, it's simpler than you think. The model predicts the single most likely next token. That's it. Given the question, why is the sky blue, it calculates what word is most likely supposed to come next in a good response. Maybe it's the. Okay, cool. Now that takes your original question plus the and adds the same question again. What comes next? Maybe sky. Now it has the sky, and it predicts again. Is, then blue, then because, token by token, prediction by prediction. The answer assembles itself. The model never knows the complete answer in advance. It discovers it one piece at a time, kind of like how you might feel your way through a sentence when you're writing. And here's what's wild. At each step, it's not just picking one option, it's ranking thousands of possibilities. Every token in its vocabulary gets a probability score. The might have a 15% probability. Light might have 8%. Some random word like banana might have a 0.001%. Thousands of options ranked for every single word. When you get a 200-word answer, that's thousands of these micro decisions made in fractions of a second. So here's where it gets practical. Every new token doesn't just follow the last one. It follows everything that came before it. The model's always looking at your original prompt plus every word that it's generated so far. This is why prompt engineering isn't just some buzzword. You're not, quote, asking a question. You're shaping the statistical landscape that determines what kind of answer emerges. So watch this. Why is the sky blue? Straightforward factual answer. Why is the sky blue? Explain it like I'm 5 years old. Simpler vocabulary, shorter sentences, maybe an analogy. Why is the sky blue? I'm writing a physics paper. You'll get technical terms, citations, formal structure. Same question, completely different probability distributions over which word comes next. Even without those explicit instructions, the model picks up on subtleties, your phrasing, your vocabulary level, your punctuation. There's also a thing called temperature that controls how adventurous the model gets. Low temperature, it picks the most likely word almost every single time. Safe, predictable. High temperature, hey, it takes risks. Sometimes more creative, sometimes a little weird. The point is, vague prompts get vague answers because the model has less to work with. More context, better context, clearer context equals better predictions. Now, here's the uncomfortable part. The whole system explains why ChatGPT can be confidently wrong. It's not checking facts, it's predicting what a good-sounding answer looks like. If the most likely next word leads to a false statement, that sounds plausible. The model generates it without hesitation. It doesn't know it's wrong. It doesn't know anything. It's just predicting that those words typically follow the other words. This is why you should think of these tools as prediction engines, not knowledge bases. They're incredibly good at generating plausible, well-structured text. They're less reliable at being factually accurate about specific details. Use them accordingly. All right, I promised I'd show you how this actually works, so let's trace it. You type, why is the sky blue? First, tokenization. Those 5 words become numbers. Y becomes something like 2734, sky becomes 8219. Now it's just a sequence of numbers the computer can actually work with. Those numbers expand into embeddings. Sky is now mathematically positioned near atmosphere, cloud, blue, sun. The model has a map of how these concepts relate. Now it starts predicting what's the most likely first word of a good response. The 15% probability wins. Now it has your question plus the. What comes next? The sky. High probability. We're talking about the sky. The sky is. Natural sentence structure. The sky is blue. Echoing the question, setting up the explanation. The sky is blue because. Now we're committed to a casual answer. Everything after this gets shaped by that word because. The sky is blue because shorter. The model learned that Rayleigh scattering explanations typically involve wavelength comparisons. The sky is blue because shorter wavelengths. Wavelengths follow shorter with high probability. The sky is blue because shorter wavelengths of sunlight, light source specified, scatter more when they hit molecules in the Earth's atmosphere. And it keeps going. Each word predicted based on everything before it. Each prediction narrowing down what comes next. Until finally, the done token becomes the highest probability prediction, and you get this. The sky is blue because shorter wavelengths of sunlight, particularly blue light, scatter more when they hit molecules in the Earth's atmosphere. This phenomenon is called Rayleigh scattering. The answer looks like knowledge, sounds like understanding. But now you've seen what's happening behind the curtain. It's pattern matching, thousands of micro predictions, statistical relationships learned from billions of pages of text. No understanding, no knowledge in human sense. just exceptionally good predictions, running fast enough to feel like magic. So that's it. That's how ChatGPT, quote, thinks. Token by token, probability by probability, pattern by pattern. It doesn't know why the sky is blue. It just predicts what a good explanation of that would look like. And honestly, for most purposes, that turns out to be close enough. But now that you understand how it actually works, you can work with it instead of against its nature. Better prompts, realistic expectations, and way better results. So if you want to go deeper on this stuff, how AI is changing search, how to get these tools to actually recommend your business, what to do before your competitors figure out they're behind, we've got a free 7-day email course that breaks this all down. The link is in the description. No jargon, no fluff, just daily emails that make sure you are smarter about where all of this is headed. Thanks for watching.